What it do, YouTube? My 3-on-3 hoop stars, my loyal subscribers, cheers of all ages and viewers all across the world. It's your boy, Shadow 10 2089. Give me our video. Um, it's sad for me to say this. Like I'm actually gonna miss this game, but I am retiring from playing 3-on-3 freestyle. Now there are reasons for it. It does hurt. It's not like I don't like the game. So I don't want anyone thinking, oh, Shadow doesn't like the game or Shadow finds the game boring. That is far from the reason. I do not find the game boring. I played NBA Live and other sorts of basketball games where you had like limited events anyway. So I'm actually used to that from a basketball standpoint. I'm used to playing basketball games. That's kind of how I expected it to be. So anything they really gave extra was a plus, but I will get into why I feel like it just isn't the right fit for me. Now, as you know, I first played this game way back last year, December. And I got on it. I felt like this was the best game I ever played. That was a sports game. Yeah, better than Live, better than 2K. The best, well, one of the best. I still think NBA Showtime is the greatest basketball game I ever played. Because it's for casuals and you can actually be competitive on it, in my opinion. But not getting on that subject. Way back in the summer when I first started playing, it was a lot of people to play with. It was a new game, so everyone should be able to learn. I believe it was a good community. You can always find random people to play with or play against. I feel like the game was really lively. And even though it was really rough around the edges, I feel like they would work these things out. I didn't have any complaints about it. Within months, they were still trying to make the game better. At one point, there was a slow motion would happen when the game would lag. They had lag steals and lag blocks. Things didn't seem like it belonged in that game. I also played a little bit of FS2 to have a better understanding how I believe the game should have been working. FS2 I found was a good game that was fun to play also. I just had a preference for 3-on-3 freestyle with their movements. I felt like FS2 movement was a bit old. No disrespect to anyone who plays FS2. It's just my opinion from playing sports games on the PS4. Going to laptop, it's a bit difficult with only having 8 directions in comparison to having like a full 360 control. Right? So I was playing the game and they were trying to make it for the better. They tried to stop the slow motion when people were lagging. Try to prevent people from quitting the game. They had penalties coming out if you quit the game. And I was like, okay, they're looking to be in the right direction. But things started to click in my head and it started to hurt. It really hurt as a gamer. So there was this game that came out called Dunk Nation. And I was like, oh, you should try playing Dunk Nation. I was like, why would I play a silly phone app game? Now, I don't find it silly, but at that time, I'm thinking, why would I play a silly phone app game if, well, I prefer a controller. I get to actually, use buttons. I thought that was better for me. And it is. I prefer to use a controller over anything else. I tried the keyboard. I can probably adjust it if I really try to, but it's like a controller just feels comfortable. I could play the phone app game, it's good, but my hands get too sweaty. I'd rather have a controller. My hands don't get sweaty on the controller as much. Plus, the controller doesn't get hot like a phone. So, I never really wanted to try it. But then I tried it. It was basically Freestyle and FS2 put together. It was like the best of both worlds. You got a full 360 control. You was able to move around. You can block from the sides, the back. It wasn't like anything was really seemed like overpowered. They had other modes. They had a 1v1, a 2v2, a 3v3. That was just casual. They had a ladder to be competitive. They have a tournament mode now. You can customize a character to how you like, give them different skills, upgrade attributes. It was like, whoa, this is a phone app game. So I'm like, wait, I've been defending 3-on-3 saying they couldn't do that. And I'm like, well, they have all this on a phone app game. So it really hit hard. Like, I was like, whoa, why is it like this? Why can't 3-on-3 get like this? And the game didn't lag that much. But you would lag every once in a while. It would lag you up the game. You can't get back in. Understandable. But let's say, for example, if someone quit, the bot would still be there to play so you can play the full game. Now, I don't know if they cut a penalty or not. I don't know. I think that literally happened to me like one time. I left the game and I was able to come back in because I lagged out all the time and I was like, I can't get back in. So I was like, let me try if I can get back in. I left the game purposely, came back, and I was able to still rejoin the game and play. I was like, that's great. I would love that. 3-on-3 does not have that feature. So I was like, wow, that kind of hurts. So I can just lag out and it's not even my fault. I would lag with a wired connection. Lag with a wireless connection. You could have bad connection and someone else could have great connection. The person with the great connection would lag out. I was like, wow, it's weird. So that part was hurting. Now, what was I thinking of now? Like, so when new players would join the game on 3-on-3 freestyle, they can get matched up with someone who's been playing the game for a while. Like, there's no way around it. But on Dunk Nation now, you could be a new player. You can play the casuals with anybody. But when it came to ranked, you can play a randoms with new players or players who've been from the old. But it was a tier system. So let's say you're a rookie, you'd be like down here, right? But you can keep going up higher and higher. So the randoms will actually be better because they're winning games. Now, if you lost games, you fell down in the bracket. So you can have bad teammates, you be good. You can probably be like mid-tier. You find a good team, you can move higher up. They actually have a system too. You can speak to people in game. You can form parties and go into these matches. And you got rewarded for participating in the season all the time. So you was always rewarded for playing. On 3-on-3, I feel like there's no type of reward system. I mean, yes, don't get me wrong, they gave us a master book, but almost everything costs like dollars. And it's like, you put the dollars in for what? It's just cosmetics. Which I do agree with it, but it's like, that's not a reward. That's something we went and bought. Like on Dunk Nation, you get an outfit. You can buy an outfit, or you can use the in-game currency to get an outfit, which is cool. Now you can put stats on it. Now someone can buy an outfit, but oh man, they got this nice outfit. Oh, they trying to do pay to win. Fear not. Even if you didn't put money on the game, you can still get that same chance with gear. It didn't look the same. It didn't look as cool. It didn't look as pretty. But you was able to get some kind of gear. So you were still at a fighting chance. Now, I mean, there's people who just better than you and they beat the brakes off you and you don't know why. It's cool. But as I kept playing and playing, I'm looking like a FS2, Dunk Nation, Street Wars basketball. They always have some kind of system that you can get some kind of reward, some kind of customization to a player to make them different how they played. On 3-on-3, it lacks customization. So you're playing with, I think, 19 characters right now if you include Carter? I mean, they can't play that big of a difference unless you have cards, but the cards are randomly generated. So you can get a good card and you can feel like you're trying to you do everything right, and you can still get something bad. Now I was like, this isn't rewarding, this is frustrating. I worked for a platinum card and 4 golds. I grind my life away on the game. What's the reward? You have a chance. I got a silver card that was useless. I was like, wow, that hurts. So I had a developer come in the stream. I was like, oh, that's great, They'll just see how the game is working. Maybe they'll be able to hear me out. So I started asking questions. I get, oh, maybe, maybe not. I can't tell you. Can't do this, can't do that. It's like, I don't know what direction they're taking in this game. So I'm trying to be more understanding. Oh, they can't do it. Because it's the business. I understand. They're not so a Warframe. They have weekly Twitch streams to say what's going on. And it's not just that game. So I felt hurt again. And then when I really thought about it, I'm like, I'm trying to read up on what they're doing. And there's always, hey, we're going to be doing this. But it's like, when they say what they're doing, it's not really, it's really general. You're still not sure what they're talking about. I see like Joey's with the hat off. It's like, okay, so you're adding more customizations, I guess. But it's like, it's always in Japanese. They don't really communicate to us. We're hearing it in another language and we have to get a translator. And the translator don't even play the game. So we're just stuck like, yo, what? So whenever I try to get information, I have to ask somebody in another country. Shout outs to him though. Like my Japanese friend, he was cool. I got nothing against him. But it just sucked because I had to ask him. It's like, why can't I just figure that out on my own? Why can't I just hear this right from the dev team? Why do we have to wait so long for anything? When I'm looking at Dunk Nation, they tell you things that's going on in the game. They send you messages. They give rewards for just playing the game. Like, all these type of games are rewarding, and 3-on-3 just makes you sell your soul for nothing. And it's like, I played Brawlhalla. I'm like, man, I'm having fun on this. And I see the rewards for playing it. Like, all these other games I've been playing, and I've only got off 3-on-3 for like a day. I'm seeing rewards on games. And it's like, you don't even have to be heavy into it. You can casually play. And I feel like there's more of a reward system. I mean, maybe it's just me, but knowing when I play a game, I'm a 90s baby. Like, I was born in 89, but I'm basically a 90s baby. We're used to playing a game and getting rewarded for playing. Whether it's a level up or certain packs, like 3-on-3 just doesn't give me a reward. That's not it though, because you might say, that's it? There's more to it. The community is basically dead. The community is terrible now. You play one game, it's, oh, let me screenshot this, screenshot that, oh, I beat you, I did this. It's like, can't you just play the game and enjoy it? You can't. The community is so small. So because it's so small, there's no growth. People will snipe you on the stream, and I get it. You're trying to look cool for the stream. But it's like, nobody wants to see someone just play them over and over and over again. It's like, 2 to 3 times, like, okay, I've had enough of this one team. Can I play somebody else? I love competition, but I don't want to play the same 3 people over and over. And there's nothing we can really do about it. I tried to give ideas, and it hurt even more. I was like, yo, I know why some people are leaving the game, because it's not rewarding. There's problem with the game, animation glitches. So I had the words from Joy City. Hey, you should tell us about it. Okay, I will let you know. I showed them 2 videos. And then there's no acknowledgement. And I've been streaming and making videos for a year. So if there's a problem, I can show it. And everybody makes the assumption, oh yeah, Shadow has an ear to Joy City. Like, they'll listen to him. They don't. All these nerfs and buffs, I don't care about a nerf and the buff for a character. And then the community, us as a community, the 3-on-3 community, are killing the game too. Oh, the quick jumper is overpowered. We gotta nerf this or buff this, or Pedro steals too much, or Kyle doesn't make enough shots. Murdoch can't rebound the ball. Let me think. Lulu's chip out is OP. Chip out is overpowered. Oh, they shouldn't make that shot if I'm in their face. It's like, I hear everything that's going on, but you're saying buffing and nerfing characters. Those are game mechanic issues. And I stated that to everyone in the community. I stated that to the dev team. And what do I get? Still buffs and nerfs on characters that aren't needed, because the game is still in a bad shape. I can't really tell too big of the difference when I first played it to now. Like, I blue screen for trying to go into a store. I blue screen for finishing a game. I blue screen sometimes for just moving around a certain direction. I can blue screen because an animation glitch happened and you try to hide it. You can blue screen off anything. That was the reason I bought the Elgato, because I blue screen so much. But you can't go without a patch that blue screens you, or messes your game up, or corrupts, or not even corrupts your data, but just makes your data look funky and funky. But when you say something about it, it's like, oh, it's whatever. It's not a big deal. We'll fix it on this date. It's like, we need a fix now. Like when Professor couldn't scoop shot, I'm like, yo, hold up. Professor can't scoop shot? Why can't he scoop shot? He has the move on the game, but it shows it, but he doesn't have it. You hold L1 and push the shoot button, he'll just do a shot. Now, try other players. Y'all can try this too. Hold L1 and try to shoot the ball. It won't allow you to shoot it. Or at least in the practice court. The game, I actually never really tried it in the game. I'm just focusing on playing and winning. So it really hurts to know issue with the game and you keep playing it and they don't tell you anything about it unless you find out and you make enough noise. You try to host a tournament within the forums. I heard they deleted stuff. I mean, it's not like I don't like this company, but it just hurts when I see other companies. Like, I made another Facebook account. I don't really pay attention to Facebook, right? Dunk Nation has some kind of event. I participated. I didn't pay any attention. They acknowledged me though. They said, "Hey, you know, if you stream the game, you can play our music on the game. We don't mind you streaming it. We would like for you to stream the game." What? They responded to me through a message. Through a message, not through a public thing. They actually privately messaged me about it. Now I appreciated it. With Joy City, I can't find out anything. And that's not me bashing. I don't want Joy City to think I'm bashing. I do appreciate all they were attempting to do, but it just isn't in my favor. Characters costing like $10, $15, $25. I understand. But when you put all this money on the game, it's like, okay, now what am I getting in return? I see when they said, oh, we're going to save the court. I'm like, oh, we're making a new court? Like, I put money on the game thinking, oh, this will help them build another court. Temporary Halloween court, temporary Christmas court. You're still playing that one court for a whole year. A whole year on the same court. Helena still had a touch pass alley-oop glitch that they haven't fixed. And William is still thinking he's Professor. He has an identity crisis. He don't know if he's William or Professor. As far as I'm concerned, he's like Wesser or Proyum. He doesn't know who he is. He has an identity crisis. And it hurts. As soon as some players start doing good with a player, they say, oh, nerf him still. And it's like, can we just get the game to be fixed properly? That's all I was asking for. All the extra was cool enough. I just wanted a game that functioned well. Without these lag blocks or lag steals. Simple camera angles. I was like, I can't see where the ball is. Can I at least get the overhead camera angle? Can I at least get that? Not completely overhead, but like how they have views on FS2. 3-on-3. I mean not 3-on-3. Dunk Nation 3-on-3, I should say, has camera views. Every game has some different camera views, but 3-on-3 is one camera view at your one player, but at your two players, you get the camera view I want. But I'm not trying to always invite a friend over to play 3-on-3 freestyle because, hey, none of my friends really play that game. If they do, they suck. There's actual players I like to play with, but then the camera angle's terrible. And I did bring it up, but it's like I just get ignored all the time. Anything I try to bring up for the game, it's like I don't get acknowledged, but then I know this sounds wrong, but I feel like they don't even listen to us in NA or maybe even EU. They just listen to people in Asia. Because there's always people probably getting on that game and playing. They had tournaments in Asia. We had nothing. And when we asked about it, no reply. Heard Insane King try to make a tournament about it, got eliminated off the forums. What are we trying to do? We're isolating players on how they can play the game. They made a free mode now. It's like, that's cool. But you can't even get coin on it, so it's basically no point to really play the mode. The 1v1, the bots are terrible. If you cross over, they're always going to move to one direction. No matter which way you cross, they're going to move to that one directed location. They don't really play defense. So that hurts. When you play 3-on-3, you're playing a game, someone disconnects. You could be winning. It could be 40-0. You can be up by 40. You get to 1 second, someone on your team quits, you lose. The bot can't even take over for a second. You just lose the game. I hate winning, but then I'm labeled as a loss, and then you don't even get the full game coins. It gets shunned in half. And it's bad enough 220 was the highest it can go. Like, I'm like, what? 220 is all you get? You know what you can buy with 220? 2 small drinks. Like, you have to play multitudes of games. Like, I swear at one point I had to play the game for 6 hours just to get 3 skill training upgrades. 6 hours a day you have to, just for 3 skill training items. And then like sometimes you have to play like you have to pay maybe like 2, then with 4 and 8, 12, maybe 16, I'm not sure, 20 and 28. You can only get 3 a day. I thought that was a lot. Oh, we gotta cut it down. So now you're able to buy, at a cheaper price. I think 3 was like 4,000 coins. Then you go like, oh, that's not too expensive, but you still only get 220 a game. If someone quits, you're getting 110 if you win, and if you lose, you got 90. That's a lot of grinding. Like, I'm all in for grinding a game, but you're only playing 1 or 2 modes for coins. So there's not really anything to grind on. Anytime you want clothes, you have to pay actual dollars. Oh no, it's premium points. It still goes for actual dollars though, just about. Then when they add a new character, it always costs money. I have nothing against that, but you can debate it because I mean, Carter had a skill at P5 that only works like one time when you call the timeout. I mean, Professor, what was he? He had something for while dribbling, but it's like you made a point guard that couldn't really pass the ball. Like he was the worst passer out of all the point guards, and Big Dog could pass better than him. So that hurt. And then Ren has an OP move. Like she couldn't get faced up. I was like, what's going on here? Like, truthfully, the best character to really buy, in my opinion, was Krista. Especially if you like Biggs. I feel like she was the most bang for your buck. Like, I liked the Professor. I just didn't think $30 was worth it. Like, I like Ren, I like Carter, but it's like, man, you have to pay actual dollars, and then saving up those 3 master books, just feel like you have to take an eternity. Then you have to grind like for 2,000, 21,500 coins to get them to P5 when you're a prestige full level 10, and it's a lot of coins you have to pay before that. Then after getting them to max level, you still have to try to get cards, but it's a card system that's not playing in your favor. You can't tell what cards you're getting. You can be like, oh yeah, I want this shooting card. You don't know if you're getting a shooting card. You can mix the cards out you want. It's still random. Now, shout outs to goalkeeper. Oh, if I put these dunk cards together, I get a shooting card. I'll be honest. I put shooting cards together. I got a shooting card. I put shooting cards together, and I got a speed card. Like, there's no real way. It's all random. You can put 5 platinum cards, right, and probably get a gold. You're not guaranteed that platinum. Like, I put in a platinum and 4 golds. What do I get? I get a silver. And it still wasn't a useful card. So what was I doing? I spent 5 useless cards for 1 useless card. Now I gotta save up another maybe 5 useless cards to hope I get a good card. But then I can't combine for a platinum. What are the chances? I have to use at least gold cards. Probably 5 gold cards. But think about it. I spent 5,700 coins for a because it was a platinum and 4 golds, and I had to pay 5,700 coins to get a silver card. Now, if I want a chance to get another platinum, I have to spend another at least 2,200 coins. That means I have to win at least 11 games and have these cards to have a chance. You're basically selling your soul in a game that's not really compensating for you. And I just feel like, it's been a great run. But I'm going to just go elsewhere. Like, I play games if I'm actually playing. Like even on NBA Live, I play. You can grind, you can max your character out. Just other game modes to play. There's other things to do. Like I don't really get bored of Live itself. I just choose not to play it. I'm not bored of it though. Like 3-on-3 was my favorite game, but there's no rewards for it. For a year, I'm not trying to bash the game. They won the reward. Shout out to them. I forgot what it was. But they won the reward, and it's like, okay, that's cool. But I just didn't see what came out of it because it was just players already regressing from the game. I feel like us as the NA community, we couldn't get a word into them. And I'm like, this is just the straw that broke the camel's back. I've been playing this game for a while. And I wasn't always the happiest person to play. I try to make myself happy, but how can you be happy on something you feel like you're not getting rewarded for? And I just feel like, it's time for me to let this game sit somewhere else. And I'll try to play me another game. And like another game. I've been playing some 2K and some Live. But it's just time to move on. Alright, thank you, Joy City. My 3-on-3 Hoop Stars. I appreciate everything y'all done for me. But it's time for me to open another chapter. I thank y'all all very much. But y'all stay tuned to the channel. And yeah, it still does hurt. I know you might go, oh man, you attached to a game, but like, it was one of the coolest games I ever played. But I just feel like they're not going anywhere with it. So I should find another game before I just keep feeling hurt and feel like I'm putting money into something and praying for something that's just not gonna happen. But they come up with another game and allow you to have some custom characters and some more creativity. No disrespect, Joy City. I like the creativity that y'all have for 3-on-3. I just wish there was more out of it compared to how much money I'm putting in the game. And the same thing with everyone else who spends like $50 in cards, and you're not always guaranteed a good card. It just hurts. We don't even know percentages of the cards, percentages of the buffs. We know nothing. And when we ask, like, oh, we can't tell you. So everything is in such secretivity, like it's just secretive, and it's like, I just wish you guys could tell us something. It would make us as a community feel better, but it would definitely make me feel better. But those are the reasons why I just chose not to play 3-on-3 anymore. Hopefully y'all guys will play and still enjoy it. I'm just not having enjoyment playing the game anymore. So this is your boy Shadow 10 2089. I'm signing out. Y'all take care, everyone. Peace out. Stay blessed. I love you all.